Hi, Author J.S. Snow here, coming at you for the Metal Meet and Greet a day early. It is Saturday, September 19th. I'm not recording tomorrow morning because I have to be at work tomorrow morning. Yes, I'm going to work on a Sunday. I was at work today, as a matter of fact, all day today on a Saturday. It is a busy time of year for the company that I work for. We are temperature dependent, and it was a hot one this year. Very hot in Florida. So, just to save my sanity, this is nothing against my employer. I just have to go in and get my life organized. We have a customer to go visit Monday. So, if I have any hopes and any prayers whatsoever at getting quarter end done, I've got to go in. So, therefore, I'm recording this tonight. Takeovers, check out my website. You can see where I'm going to be. Not a lot of attendance at these things, folks. This is the reason why I don't do a lot of them anymore. So I did the first initial, I guess, release blitz for reconciliation, and now it's starting to wind down. And I don't blame you. There's a lot of takeovers you're invited to. I get it. It's fine. You know, there's only so many prizes you can win. That's okay. I get it. But these are a good opportunity to ask me questions. So if you want to stop on by, I'd appreciate it. I really would. It would be nice. So I think the next one up is Savage Town. Drake Mitchell's going to be doing that one for me. Then I've got another one coming up. I haven't done any promos for it, and I probably should get on that. It's to celebrate another author's work. But again, it's a Sunday at 4 o'clock on the 27th, and I think you're all going to be watching football. So I'm like, do I even bother? I don't know. I'm tired. Can you tell? Okay, so go check out my website. More information about that. Pre-order. I just uploaded the pre-order copies of Attraction and Redemption. It looks like the books will be coming out on the 19th of December, a few days early. So you will be able to pre-order here in a couple days, and 99 cents a piece, and lock it in. So when December gets here, it'll be ready to rock and roll. So I've got to have both books uploaded to Amazon by the 9th of December. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Very excited. So I'll see about doing it for Kobo and Google Play here probably in about a week or so. I just need to get that part done for Amazon. That's the main, my main bread and butter, if you will. Just Desserts update. I know I haven't talked about that in quite a while. Looks like we're at the final stretch of the book being for sale. Well, the anthology, I'm sorry. 22 stories, bite-sized delights, free. Apparently, it's going to be free through the final stretch, so you can go to Amazon, and I think it's Amazon exclusively that you can get it for free. So if you want to read Claiming right now, my story is the last one in the collection. Give it a read. If not, you're going to have to wait till December. On October 5th, this thing goes officially off the market completely. You will not be able to purchase it at any outlet. So this is it. You'll have to wait till December to read Claiming inside of Attraction. So get it together, folks. Come on now. Sarah Mueller's, her story will also be included in Attraction. Very excited for her. I've got to do some teasers and templates. I'll probably, again, get to those next week. This has been just a horrific week for me. So that's what's going on, World of JS. So update on the books. Redemption, I'm just killing it each chapter, just editing it, getting some word counts eliminated. So Attraction, oh, big news on Attraction, big news. I thought I had done some writing on Attraction when I was on the plane. I wanted to say for my grandmother's funeral. My dad died, for those of you that don't remember, and then 4 weeks later, my grandmother died. So it was 2 trips out to Seattle. And the second trip, I'm relatively sure I did some writing. I remember being in the middle seat and I was conscious about the 2 people to my left and my right reading this hot, spicy stuff in the middle. I was like, oh, I better be careful here. So I found it. It's on my tablet. I've made progress. I'm so excited. Considering how behind I am with this thing right now, OMG. Ooh. I hope Steve's sale request can come through quickly, to say the least. I'm giving myself a hard deadline to be completely done with it, and to him by the middle of October. That gives him roughly till about the middle of November to have it back to me, and then I can fine tweak it and then get it uploaded to Amazon for final. I hope, I pray. Then there, of course, there's editing Redemption for the anniversary edition, the interviews. Oh my gosh, the interviews. I'll talk about those and more in a minute because there will be spoiler alerts, and I want to give you a warning. And then I'm putting all these books in paperback. So I've got a lot going on in the next few months. Temptation, the outline. There's part of it. Just getting this thing together. This book is going to be massive. Seriously, it's big. It's really big. This is the problem. I'm trying to lessen the books, not make them bigger, because they're already huge. They're mega novels, according to Steve Soderquist, but apparently, yeah, this one's going to be huge. Wow. I'm really going to have to take a look at the outline once I finally get it completed, but I'm working on it, and it's going to be amazing. Oh, amazing. Amazing progression in the story. I really, wow. I begin production on that in January. So, okay. So there's the updated on all the books. So go ahead and sign off now if you have not completed Reconciliation or even started my series. Just sign off now. Know that I love you. Know that I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Bye. Okay, they gone? All right, are they gone? Really? Spoiler alert. All right, so let's talk about the interviews for Redemption, the Anniversary Edition. Namely, I want to talk about Cole. I mentioned it in a recent takeover that I did. I want to say Jane's birthday. When I went in there and talked about just this anniversary edition book, and I posted excerpts from all of the interviews. Cole's interview is by far the most revealing, I think, of all of them, and the most surprising to me. His voice got kind of muted in Reconciliation. When I made the decision that he and Devin would split up, he went mute on me. His character, his whole persona just went silent. It's like he brooded and just decided to break up with me. And it was disconcerting there for a while. It was discombobulating because it was like I had to keep inserting him because he's still a valid character. So I think you, the reader, will notice that in Reconciliation when you get towards the end of the book, his dialogue really just becomes real minuscule. It's not as prevalent as it was in the beginning of the book. And I call this just the character just fucking with me because he's not happy. And you'll read it in the interview. He's really not happy. So I think about the dynamics of the interview. We talk in great detail, he and I, about why that had to happen. And his frustration at not being able to help her. I've made the decision early on to have Devin start helping herself. I wasn't going to do this until Cole's book, until Cultivation, but I just felt the pressing need that this needs to start progressing sooner rather than later. There's some big things coming up in his book that I want more of the focus to be on him, not just on her past. I think those things can be addressed in this series. His book, I want focused on him. I want each one of the Hell's Redemption characters, each one of their books focused on the main character of the book, which is the band member. So with Devin, she's getting help for her past and for what her ex-husband did. I myself, I've been blessed in the relationships that I've had where I've never had to endure that or go through that. So none of this is based off of my life, or anybody that I know for that matter. I'm just basing it off of movies that I've seen, shows that I've watched, interviews that I've read, you name it. I mean, I'm a child of modern day culture. I'll be the first to admit that. You'll see a lot of sleeping with the enemy references in her story, because it's really the only thing I can derive from. I also look at women that survive domestic abuse as heroes, because the heroes that I mean are the ones that get out and find the strength and the courage to do that. I mean, it's horrific what they go through. I think it's one of my greatest fears, to be honest with you, is to fall in love with someone that you trust and to have them betray that in that way by treating you as lesser than a human being. And that's just not okay. So Devin, I find a lot of strength in her. I want her true self to come out, but there's a lot in her background that will be revealed in this next book that I think you'll all find quite surprising. And things will start to kind of click into place. That how does this strong, formidable little sprite Tinkerbell how can she be just this powerhouse with a mouth, mighty mouth, if you will, but on the inside she's broken. She's very broken. And why does she fight Cole so much with being with him? So hopefully a lot of answers will be provided in this next book, In Temptation. I really hope so. It's been inspiring to write and to research these women. My hat's off to them, the survivors that just do it. I mean, it's amazing, and they start their lives over again. But the ramifications of not getting help for something like that can just be devastating for their future. And I want to see Devin and Cole together for life. I really do. But if she doesn't address these issues, it's not just her relationship with him that's going to be impacted. Hint, hint. Okay? So, spoiler alert. There you go. So the interview goes into detail on that. I'm trying to help Cole understand. And he's just heartbroken. He really is. Poor guy. I reveal something in German to him that's only for him. And I don't know, for those of you that run to Google Translate and translate it, I think you'll be shocked. I think you'll be like, whoa. I know he was. He was a little surprised. So each one of the interviews with the characters is just me kind of processing my my angst and anxiety about the book. Reconciliation. It was a very very personal journey for me on this book, but a lot of twists and turns and surprises that just caught everybody off guard. Every reader so far has chimed in with me and just said how much they loved it, but just what a mindfuck it was. They were just shocked, totally shocked. So that was what I was going for, but it was also just a very personal journey for me. My interview with Alex is last, and God, it was more me, I think, than her. And I think you'd be genuinely surprised how that one turned out. But Cole's interview, hands down, the toughest. That one is the most revealing. I think you'll just be, wow. So there you go. So that's it. That's all I got. I'm tired. I think I walked in there like 10 a.m. this morning, and I didn't stop till like 6 p.m. tonight, and then I had to endure I-4, and then I get home, and I've been munching on potato chips, and that's it. That's all I've been doing. So, I'm getting the pre-orders done. So, that's it. It's done. Oh, admiration. Oh, let me talk about that for just a second. My final decision. Whether to do it in first-person POV. John Lucas's POV, to be precise. The answer? Yes. I finally figured it out. I've really been dissecting the book. I've had the story in my head now since I began this whole journey with Redemption in 2013. I knew exactly what I wanted John's book to be. And it's, yeah, it, because I already had the story mapped out in my head and therefore outlined, it was hard to take it from narrative POV to first person POV. It's like, how am I going to do that? How am I going to include that scene without describing it? Like, I mean, I was really twisting myself in knots here trying to figure this out, and then I was like, wait a minute, you're talking for John. You're going to be John. You're going to describe it from John's point of view. Just relax. Just dissect it. Look at each scene differently, look at each chapter differently, and I really am looking forward to you all getting inside of his head. I mean, he's a great guy. He really is amazing. He's total alpha male. Total alpha male. Love it. You're going to love it. So I'm going to try it. This will be my very first person POV writing. Admiration. That novella will come out summer of 2016. So after Temptation and right before the final book, Isolation, which will come out next Christmas next year. So winding down. All right, so that's enough out of me. I'm going to bed. So have a great Sunday tomorrow, whatever it is you choose to do. Relax, enjoy with your families. I don't ever, in fact, this is the first weekend I've ever had to do work for this company that I work for. So they're a very gracious company. This just happened to be a very busy year. One of the highest and successful years we've ever had. It's just, it is what it is. So I'm just, whatever. I'll get a couple extra days off as a reward, I'm sure. So it's okay. It'll all work out. All right. That's it for me. Author J.S. Snow. Love and light to y'all. Make it a great week, whatever you do. Cheers. Bye.